Hello, my beauties, my friends, my rock stars. Welcome to Zen Mondays. I am jamming out to Pink. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. I am so excited today. I've been cleaning out my closet, cleaning out, making space, making room for new desires, new abundance, new goals. And that inspired me to today's Zen Mondays. I was just turning on my phone, getting settled with you guys. So today's Monday, Zen Mondays, is all about creating the abundance, creating the space, create abundance all day, every day. But it's about creating the space for the desires that you are seeking. So a lot of times, we have these desires, we want them in our lives, we are excited about it, but we don't really do anything different in our lives. We continue being the same person, really doing the same actions, not really changing anything, and then we're expecting for the desires to come, and sometimes that happens. But today, in this special Zen Mondays, I'm going to talk about how do you create that space for whatever desires that you want. So sometimes that's going to shift based on what you desire. So sometimes it's something generic that you can do, but I'm also going to talk about specific things that you can do based on the different desire that you want. So welcome again, everybody. Hello. And let's get started. So I was taking notes right before the video just because there were certain things that I wanted to hit on. I get really excited once I'm live, and I wanted to make sure that I stayed focused and really share with you guys the important thing about this. So there are 5 different things that I'm going to share with you guys today. So let's just jump right in. The first one is what is to consider. So again, when you have a desire in mind, when you want something new in your life that you're creating, what is the nature of your desire? So where are you in your life according to that desire? So is it a new relationship? Is it a new job? Is it maybe new clothes? Like, what's that nature of your desire? What's the root of it? So I'll give you a couple of minutes or, a couple of seconds for you guys to think about it, because that's going to make a difference in the kind of space that you create. So for example, if you are asking for a new, you want to have new friends or a new relationship, I would then say, okay, that's your nature of your desire. You want to have a new friendships. Well, where are you in your social calendar with your time? Are you a social butterfly where your calendar is filled every single Monday or every single day after work? You have 1,000 things to do. If that's the case, what I would say then is to then think about, okay, well, what are some things in my life that I can start prioritizing and maybe dropping altogether? Because if you're asking for new friendships or new relationships, but yet your life is completely booked all day, every day, you're literally not creating the space for the universe in order to be able to provide you with the opportunities to meet those new friends. So again, if you're full of the time, and let's say something comes up and you get an invitation to go somewhere new, if your calendars are full every day, all day, you're probably going to say no, because you're going to give it priority to something that feels comfortable to you, right? So where you would have said yes, you might have gone there and met the friend or the relationship that you were seeking. But so it's like maybe once a week you're going to say, okay, this week, this Wednesday, I'm going to keep it open for the next month, because that's where I'm creating the space for the universe to bring me the opportunities for me to meet new people. So maybe one day you get the idea that you decide to walk home after work, or you decide to stop at a cafe you normally don't do, and then somebody starts talking to you. So things will start progressing from there, but you were very deliberate on creating that space for what you wanted. If it comes to a relationship, so it's like you want to be in a relationship, you want to meet that special person, which is all about love, then I would say, where are you about you loving yourself? Are you truly loving yourself, loving the friends in your life, loving your family members? Where are you when it comes to love? Because if you're not in a place where you're loving yourself authentically, or you might be dismissive or not loving your family or your friends like you know you can, then you're not in that space to create a vibration to attract a new relationship. So that with that, I want to move to point number 2. So point number 2 is, what are things in your life that are keeping you at a lower frequency? So I've talked about frequency a lot, and I'm sure this is something, hello, welcome. This is something that you might be familiar with, but I want to talk about it when it comes to creating space for the things that you desire. What does that mean when it comes to frequency? So to start with, it's all to say, just the beginning of it all is that we are energy. We're created from energy. So everything we do is a frequency. Just like light is a frequency, we have a frequency that we have going on in our lives. If there's a great example for that is, you can meet people and right away they have the worst things happening from them. And every time you talk to them, you're like, how is this person, like, how is their life so terrible? And it's because they're at a frequency where they're constantly attracting all these terrible things to them. So when you have a desire, and there's something that you desire, whether it's a boyfriend, a relationship, a new job, more money, where is your frequency? But in step number 2, I want to talk about what are things in your life that are keeping you at a low frequency. So this is step number 2, is to think about, let me audit my life. Let me take a few minutes and think about my job, my friends, my family, my social life, my health. Let me take a look at all the main things that are part of my life, and let me pick one that feels that it's sucking the most energy out of me. So what is one thing? Because if it's sucking the energy out of you, that means that you are vibrating at a lower frequency. So it's harder for you to create that space that you want. So you want to start taking a look at, and you know, if you have, like, let's say out of the 5 buckets, 4 out of the 5 buckets are, you know, kind of shitty. Think about just one bucket that would be the easiest to change around, right? So it's important to continue and thinking one by one. When you are into that, hi everybody, welcome in. So as you're joining in, I started a couple minutes ago, but I want to welcome you in. Today I'm talking about creating the space in your life for the desires that you want. So step number 2, there's 2 out of 5 steps. So step number 2 is that if you are in a frequency, if those things in your life, so again, you want to create a new relationship, or you want to create a different job, how are you looking at your job right now, and how can you shift your frequency? Because if you want a new job and you're thinking about your job like it sucks, I hate my coworkers, my boss is crazy, like these people are crazy, there's no way, I mean, I guess there is a way, but you're gonna work so much harder, and we wanna make it easy. It's gonna be so much harder for you to create an opportunity for you to find a new job. So when you're thinking about creating a new job, what is something today that you can start doing to shift that frequency of your job, if that's what you wanna create? So how can you start appreciating, well, I have a job, at least I'm making money, I can pay my bills, I can go grocery shopping, I can be in an environment that gives me health benefits. Like, there are certain things that I know you can be grateful for. So again, step number 2 is, in that one desire that you want, pick a bucket in your life. So if the desire is a new job or a new relationship, and then take a look at where are you at in that frequency, and how can you start shifting it. So step number 3, I'm going to shift it a little bit, and then I'm going to explain, like, why is it important to create space for the things that you want. So again, we have the desire, we ask, we're like, this is what we want. So it's important to create the space because you want to take action that lets the universe know that you are ready for that new thing to come into your life. So if going back, I mean, I guess this is a simple example and maybe one that we can all relate to, but if you want a new job and you're not creating space in your job, so you're like, all right, Steph, how the hell do I create space in my job? Okay, maybe you clean your desk, you clean your emails, you clean your files, you create files that maybe say like, I remember when I was in corporate, I probably wouldn't create a file that said new job, but maybe a file that says like new fun things and like a code word that makes you remember of that this is the new job, right? So you create space, and it's important because you're saying, all right, universe, I'm starting from step 1. I'm not really sure how this is going to happen, but I am deliberately making space to create this new thing to come forth. So one of the things that I did today, and it's not necessarily for a new job, but I cleaned my closet. And I know closet, it's such like I can be a pain in the ass. But the beautiful thing about cleaning your closet is that there's so much, I cleared out, you guys, so much energy on these clothes that I haven't worn in months. And my desire is not to get new clothes. Actually, I'm not shopping in 2018, so it's not about shopping. But I wanted to do a creation to letting go of the things that no longer serve me and making room for new things. So even if you're the kind of person that's looking for a new job, cleaning your closet, it's such a beautiful way to release energy, because we already know after we clean our closet, we feel better and we feel lighter and we feel more open to receiving. So when you're creating that desire and you're wanting that desire, what's your emotion about it and how can you start shifting it? If your emotion behind it is a little bit like sticky, or you don't really feel really good about it because you maybe still have that lack mentality, like, how is this going to happen to me? This is never going to happen to me. It's impossible for me to find a new job. The economy sucks, whatever. How can you start shifting the way you're thinking and feeling about your desires? So that's why it's important to create the space, because you're taking action and saying, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that if I do this one thing, I'm going to feel better about it. I'm going to create space, and then I'm going to be open to receiving. Then the fourth step, so we have 2 more to go, is, and these are more that are coming in line to manifesting, but what are the emotions and the feelings behind your desires? So you can say, this is what I want. Hey, Jenna, you can say, this is what I want, and you can verbalize it. Great. In the example of a job, I want a new job. Fantastic. The universe, I'm going to give you guys a secret. The universe does not understand words, because first of all, there's like over 100 languages in the world, but whatever, it can understand all the languages, I'm sure. But the language of the universe is emotion. It listens to emotion, it creates an emotion, it allows an emotion, it gives you what you want based on your emotion. That's the language of the universe. So now that you know that, you can say a thousand times, I want a new job, 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 I want a new job. If your emotion tells you, never gonna get a new job, it's so hard to get a job, and you're resisting and you're feeling really resistance about getting a new job, you're not going to get a new job, because the emotion trumps the words, because the universe understands emotions, not words. So let's talk about how do you then how do you then find an emotion based on the desire that you want? So let me take it a step back when it comes to the example of the job that I've been talking about. So you would say, okay, finding this new job would make me feel these type of emotions. So let's play, right? It would make me feel worthy. You know, if I got promoted, if I found a new job, it would make me feel financially free, because I would have more money. Usually when you get a new job, that means you have a promotion. And it would make me feel happy, because I cannot stand my boss, and having a new job would get rid of that problem. So happy, financially free, and and worthy, right? So the whole idea of manifesting is, you cannot say, when I have the job, I'm going to feel those things. Because if you feel that way, you're coming from lacking. You're saying, I don't have it yet, so I'm going to wait until I have it. And once I have it, universe, I promise you, I'm going to be happy and financial free and worthy. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work that way. So the way you're going to hack that and you're going to flip it is, you're going to make a list and you're going to say, this is what I love to do. You create a list and you make 3 columns, and in the top of the columns, you put the feelings that you're seeking. So I want to feel worthy, I want to be financially free, and I want to playful. Then under those 3 emotions, what are actions today that you take that make you feel worthy, that make you feel financially free, and that make you feel worthy, right? And you start taking actions. Is this making sense? Yes. Okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know, but I see some hearts and some thumbs up. So, okay, good. So you start taking action and you're like, I feel worthy when I wake up and I take a few minutes to meditate. I feel worthy when I validate myself for the person that I am. I feel worthy when I talk to my parents because they tell me how much they love me, and that makes me feel worthy, and so forth. Financially free, the same thing. I feel financially free when I find an awesome sale and I get to buy 2 for 1. So maybe once a week, you're going to try to go to places where you have the sale. Or I feel financially free when I'm able to put more money towards my 401k. Okay, then you look at your 401k and you see how much money am I putting in. I feel financially free when I'm able to volunteer to help the homeless. Great. The same thing for playfulness, right? So you just write a bunch of stuff, and then you are determined and you decide that from now on, until you get the new job, you're going to start doing those actions. Because that's going to make you feel more financially free, more abundant, and more worthy. And once you're vibrating at that frequency that I talked about earlier, the universe, and you feel it, right? It's always about feeling. The universe doesn't have a choice but to give you those things. Because it doesn't operate on whether you're happy or sad, whether it's a good emotion or a bad emotion. It doesn't care about any of that stuff. It's literally mirroring to you what you are feeling. So if you feel lack and unworthy and not financially free, it's like, okay, let me give her more of that. It's not judging that you feel unworthy and you feel financially not free. It's not saying like, well, poor thing. Let me give her the other thing. Like, it's not going to scoot down to your level in order to make you feel better about it. It's saying, okay, well, that's how I'm going to support her or him. I'm going to give more of what they want. So in order to hack it and to be able to start getting all the things that you want, you have to start feeling them right now. So that's it. That was step 4, right? And then the last step is that you want to be in the receiving mode, which Abraham Hicks talks a lot about. If you guys are familiar with Abraham Hicks, if you are not, Google it, YouTube it. It's amazing. Well, I won't get into it today, but maybe another time. But Abraham Hicks talks about getting into the receiving mode, which means once you've asked the universe what you wanted, and then you started doing the emotions and the feelings towards getting it, now you have to be open to receive it. Because if you're walking around like this, like, it's never gonna come to me, I knew it, I mean, what was I thinking listening to Stephanie? This is not receiving, right? You then have to receive it. So the way you put yourself in the receiving mode is by taking action on those 3 columns and doing those things every day. Because that's how you're saying, I'm open, I'm receiving, because I'm doing all these things that make me feel worthy, financially free, and and playful without it being there. You're almost saying like, I don't even care if it comes or not. Of course you care. But it's like, I don't even care if it comes or not, because I'm already living my life fulfilled and happy and playful and abundant and all these things. So when they come, it's like, duh, of course it was going to come. I had a new client. I'll give you a personal example, but I've been working a lot and literally doing these steps. And I am a coach, as you guys know this. I'm a healer. I do angel card reading. So I have my own business. So my whole thing is, I came from corporate with a mentality of like, things are hard, you have to hustle, that's the only way for success. And then about 6 months ago, I was like, screw that. I want to have fun. I want my clients to come easy. I want people to hire me on the spot. Hi, Maria. Hi, pretty. I want people to hire me on the spot if they feel like they love my energy. I want it to be easy and playful and fun. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start thinking about it, taking easy actions, being playful, and then my clients are gonna come. So I had a call with a potential client. She had never met me on, I think it was like Saturday or Sunday. Anyways, we had a call. I walked her through it. I gave her my pricing. It wasn't even a question. It was the easiest thing. Because as soon as like the call, usually my discovery calls are like 45 minutes to an hour. Within half an hour, she's like, where do I sign up? Can we begin tomorrow? I was like, oh my God, these things work. Hey, prima, I'm so excited. ¿Qué más? Welcome. So all of this to say is, as soon as you start feeling the emotions. So if you want to go back to the video, it'll be live for 24 hours on Instagram, and then I put them all on YouTube. So you can find me on YouTube, Stephanie Rochelle, and you'll see all of my Zen Monday videos. But if you want something to happen, if I were to leave you with one thing from this whole episode, is that you have to create the space for the desires that you want. So whatever desires that you want, create the space, which I talked about. Second thing is, what are the emotions behind the desires? So if you want to feel playful, if you want to feel happy, if you want to feel excited, if you want to feel abundant, what are things that you can start doing today to feel abundant, to feel happy and feel playful? And then start taking action today to start being in the receiving mode for those things to happen. So really, that is it for today. Do you guys have any questions? Anything that came to mind from what I shared? There were 5 steps on how do you create the space for the desires that you want and why it's important to create the space. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I see some hearts, some waves. Okay, I hope this helped. It's going to be, again, live for 24 hours. And if you guys loved it, share with your friends, tell your family, spread the love. It would mean so much to me. Last thing, if you are in New York City, I'm going to be doing an event at the Alchemist Kitchen next Tuesday, May 29th. I'm going to be doing angel card readings. It's, I think, $25. They are amazing. I connect with your angels. I also do this privately. So if this is something that you've been wanting to do, connect with your guidance, your angels, let me know, email me, send me a little DM, and also coaching. I am taking 2 more clients for the month of May. So if you guys know anybody that's been thinking about coaching, or if you've been thinking about coaching, let me know. I would love to talk to you and just hear you out. So anyways, thank you guys again for coming. I hope you have such an amazing week. Rewind it if you missed it, or go to YouTube tomorrow. I will have the link on there. And have an awesome week. I will not be doing Zen Mondays next Monday because I'm traveling back, but I'm going to do it next Wednesday, probably around 7:30, but I'll let you guys know. So, anyways, love you so much. Let's finish jamming out to Pink. So good. Love you guys so much. Have an awesome week. Go where they go. What is that? We are right here, baby. See you guys later.